News 8 has team coverage this morning. We begin with Annie Rourke live on the scene. Annie.
Good morning, Kristen. Chris, just a devastating scene here on the corner of Wolcott and Poplar in New Haven. A very active scene. I'm going to step out of the way here so you can see this. Firefighters are still on the scene. As you can see, there is a tremendous amount of damage to that building. We have seen state fire marshals here. They are also now on the scene investigating along with the local officials. Now, firefighters had to rescue people from the second and third floor, that tiny little apartment at the top there, as the flames were shooting out of the building. As you said, 3 people died. At least 5 were rushed to the hospital. Now, the fire started at 1:30 this morning. It is believed that it started on that second floor. This is a multi-family home, and there are at least 6 apartments here. It is not clear if there are smoke detectors inside this building. It does not appear to have fire escapes on the outside of the building. So, again, many people were trapped inside that burning building. Now, we do have some reported video that was sent in to us from witnesses in the area. The fire just ripped through the home here. The building was entirely engulfed in flames when firefighters got here. We're told some people had to actually jump from the windows of that second floor. Of course, that was not a possibility for those on the top floor, and the firefighters did their very best to try to get to them.
The fire is undetermined as far as the cause. It's being investigated now. The firefighters removed 2 people off the front porches under some very extreme conditions. Also, they made some very aggressive attack on the fire into the apartments on the second and third floors. All right, and again, finding the victims on the top floor.
This was a 2-alarm fire, and it took firefighters about an hour to get it all under control here. No firefighters were injured while they were fighting this, but again, 3 people have died and at least 5 people rushed to the hospital. So a very tragic scene here at Wolcott and Poplar in New Haven this morning. The cause of the fire is still not known, but again, the state fire marshal has been called in and is working with the local officials here. And as soon as we have more information for you, we will, of course, bring it to you. Live in New Haven, I'm Annie Rourke, News 8.
Annie, thank you. It's still early, but already this morning's deadly fire is sending shockwaves through the New Haven community.
News 8's team coverage continues now with Crystal Haynes live on the scene. Crystal.
Good morning to you, Kristen. Yeah, that's right. You know, as Annie just said, 3 people are dead, at least 5 people sent to the hospital. Very active scene here on Poplar. Now, we do know that we saw a lot of fire investigators interviewing folks in the neighborhood. They're really trying to get a good count as to exactly how many people were living in the home, were at home at the time of this fire. We spoke to one woman who is hoping that her aunt actually will be okay in this situation. She got a call early this morning. Certainly a devastating scene. Take a look at some of these reported photos. Lots of folks sending in their photos to our reported feature. As you can see, the scene is like something out of a movie. J. Dean Small, she sent us these pictures. She's capturing the scene as the flames shoot from the building, and firefighters are working to knock down the blaze at this multi-family house. Again, crews still on the scene here. The arson squad here too. Also, if you are traveling in this area, as you can see, very active, lots of fire apparatus, lots of cop cars on Poplar Street. A lot of the intersecting streets are closed at this time. For now, we're live here in New Haven. I'm Crystal Haynes, News 8.